for some strange reason, as a mass collective, and I'm talking about myself as well when I first started my journey, as a mass collective, we've subscribed to the notion that the only way, main way to success is through a job, whether that be a 9 to 5 or a rotated job, a salaried job, whatever that may be, a remote job, whatever that may be. And more people these days, they're in remote jobs because of course it gives more freedom, but really and truly, are you really free? No, because someone's deciding your salary and they're also telling you that you have to work a certain amount of time a day. And even if it's not set hours like it used to be back in the day, you're still told what you have to do. And in some ways, you're told how you have to show up to work. So really and truly, that's not freedom. And we've subscribed to the fact that this is the way of life, right? We've subscribed to doing this and we're happy. Why? Why are we happy with doing this? Because everyone else is doing it, right? Excuse my cat, he's under house arrest. He split his pad open and he's healing. So yeah, you may hear him in the background. So we've subscribed to this as a mass collective. And I did for such a long time. I was in the corporate banking industry. I was in the finance industry for 8.5 years and the corporate banking industry for 6 years. And I stayed and subscribed because that was just the way it is, right? That's what everyone else is doing, right? And unbeknownst to me, I was very unhappy, but I didn't know that then until I started to shift things for myself. And what did unhappy look like to me? Well, unhappy looked like eat, sleep, work, rave, repeat. The weekend would come. Most weekends I would start drinking and taking drugs on the Friday, really binge deep into that, and I wouldn't sleep all weekend. So yeah, you don't need to tell me off, Eric. I've overcome the shame of all this, all right, son? So I'd not sleep all weekend and just get out of my head on all of these drugs and alcohol because I was so unhappy with my life. I wanted to escape my reality. And sometimes I was so messed up that I couldn't even go to work on the Monday because I hadn't slept all weekend. Hello, Eric's just there. You want to see Eric? Oh gosh, that's Polly and that's Eric. Oh. So yeah, and I was doing this because everyone else was doing this. It's normal, right? If everyone else is doing it, it must be normal. It must be the only way. So I just carried on doing it, and I didn't realize how unhappy I was. And I was also comfort eating on food, and I'd go to work, and then because I really had nothing that was worthwhile working on, it was just climb the ladder in the corporate banking world. It wasn't really exciting because I didn't enjoy it. I just went to work for what they were giving me. Oh my gosh, you look so happy right now, I love you so much. So yeah, I was just doing the thing on repeat because everyone else is doing it. And then every now and again there'd be someone's birthday and whatever, and then I'd get wasted at their birthdays because I didn't know how to effectively communicate and enjoy myself without alcohol because I wasn't confident in myself. I wasn't happy in myself. And where I would comfort eat, I was 3 dress sizes bigger than what I am today. And I was so unhappy and I was depressed and anxious. And that's what it looked like for me, right? And I'd hang around with all of the wrong people that did not appreciate me for what I was. And my relationships were toxic and unhealthy. And it was a shit show. And I'd have sex with people that I didn't really want to make me feel better about myself because of the intimacy. And yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So anyway, I started to unsubscribe to this way of living when I came across an advert that said, are you looking to radically transform your financial future? And I said to myself, fuck yes. I'm in 32 grand's worth of debt. I'm living paycheck to paycheck in a job that I don't even like. Of course. And then I was introduced to a new way that would enable me to create freedom for myself. And ultimately, after starting in 2017, within a year of starting, I created freedom for myself. And since 2020, I've been living my dream freedom life and continually working on myself to expand my own version of heaven on earth. And I share this with you not to brag. I share this with you because this is available for everyone. We get to stay at home with our babies if we want to. Yeah! We get to have a good time every day. Every day doesn't have to look the same. It can be different and it can be full of love. And the important thing is that we learn from people who have what we want, right? So what happened is I saw a way in which my old mentor was living, and I wanted to live in the way that he was living. Now there was a lot of things that I had to learn along the journey. The biggest thing, all right, Eric agrees. There's a lot that we have to learn on the journey. There's a lot that every single one of us have to learn. And the important thing throughout the journey is to come back to the power and the trust within ourselves. And this is essentially what I teach you in my membership. And the biggest thing that I had to learn, one of the biggest things, was listening to my intuition and listening to my guidance and making sure that I was putting myself in the right environments around the right people, not just the people who had what I want, because it's all well and good someone having the money and the success and all of that stuff, but are they the type of person that you want to be? Would you hang around with them? Do you want to have fun with them? Do you want to get to know them? Have they embodied the way of being and living and relationships that you want? Are they the type of leader that you want to be? Are they the type of mentor that you want to be? Are they showing up in a way that's desirable for you in all areas, right? And when I first started, my first mentor, no, he was a coke addict and he was a bully, but I saw the vision of the business and I kept going and I kept moving and I kept grooving, and ultimately I am where I am today because of the lessons that I started to learn from him and then subsequently from other people throughout my journey. But the point that I'm getting to here is that if we have a vision and if we see other people living in the way that we want to live, it means that it's available to us. It means that it's getting closer to us, right? And we can choose to look at their life with envy, and we can choose to be jealous, but who's that helping? Because it's certainly not helping you or me if we're choosing to be jealous and envious. No. Or we can choose to look at it from the equal same opposite side of the spectrum, because it's the same frequency, it's just on the opposite side of the spectrum. We can look at it as a point of inspiration. Oh wow, okay, that's triggering me and activating me because I want to live in that way. I want to stay at home with my fur babies. I want to create a freedom life for my children. I want to do all this, and they're doing that. I want to live in abundance, and that's making a roar inside of me. But instead of choosing to be envious, I'm choosing to take that as inspiration, and I would love to learn from them. I would love to invest in myself. Yeah, Eric agrees. Meow, meow. I'll let him out soon. He's nearly healed. Oh, I love you too, honey. So instead of it looking at it in a way of, we can look at it in a way of, oh, wow, they've got that. If they've got that, I can do it too. I just get to learn how to do it because there's fundamentals and principles. And then what I get to do is learn the fundamentals and principles and then apply them to my life in a way that suits me. There, that's it. That's it. So why are we subscribed to this eat, sleep, work, rave, repeat? Why? Because there's such a better way to live. There really is such a better way to live where we can literally go through our days exactly how we want. We get to learn how to become better versions of ourselves every single day. And then off of the back of that, we get to teach people how to do the same, and we get to rise together in conscious community, and we get to call in our soul tribe by really stepping into our power and our full authenticity and getting over our bullshit that's holding us back and keeping us fearful and in a state of lack and scarcity, and essentially keeping us small and so much more less than what we are. And we get to push that aside, push all of these stories aside of fear, because that's all it is. It's a story. It's not true. Yeah. And fact of the matter is, if you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. So what story are you subscribing to is the question, because I'm here to remind you that you're absolutely capable of anything, absolutely anything. If you have a vision in your mind's eye and if you have a feeling in your heart, you can be it, you can do it, you can have it. And it's up to you as to whether you claim it. It's completely up to you. And if you're unhappy, I highly suggest that you claim it. You claim what you want and you find someone to learn from, and you start stepping into this next level version of self that's required for you to become a match for everything it is that you want, right? Because nothing changes unless something changes, and the only person that's going to change something is you. No one's going to come and save you, right? And the 9-to-5 job, that's not the way forward. That's not the way forward. Oh, all right, Polly. That's not how we're creating our lives anymore, right? That's not how we're creating the freedom it is that we desire anymore. Yes, back in the day it worked for our parents and grandparents and all of that, but it was a different day and age. It was a different time. These are new times. And if part of it is like, oh, I'm scared of social media, I'm not creative, and all of that stuff that's holding you back from creating something for yourself online, you really must ground into the fact that this is the times. AI is taking over jobs, right? AI is even taking over some of the online jobs that are there, from web creation and all of that stuff. But the beautiful thing is AI cannot take over who we are as a person. And if we learn how to build a business around our personal brand, and if we link with high ticket products and with an automated selling system, and we start implementing trainings. Hi, I teach you all of this, by the way. You can learn it in my membership called the Growth Shift Membership. And you not only get the external stuff that you get to learn to logistically build your business, but you also get the internal stuff that you get to learn to overcome your bullshit and fears and all of that, because you're capable of everything and anything it is that you want. If you see it in your mind's eye, if you feel it in your heart, you can be it, you can do it, you can have it. It's just a case of you claiming it, right? And these are the times in which we're really expanding and learning how to create an income by just simply being ourselves. And yes, at first it's scary because, oh wow, I have to be myself after all of these years of wearing masks. That's a bit scary. What are people going to say? They're going to judge me. I'm not going to be accepted, blah, blah, blah. But isn't it better to be accepted and loved and taken care of and nourished in such a beautiful way by 5 people than it is to be by 5 people who know you for the real you and who love you and give you everything it is that you need in the heart, right? Or be loved by 50 people or more for someone that you're not, and they don't treat you in the right way, and you're continually turning your back on yourself and overstepping your boundaries and all of that just to fit into this expectation of who they want you to be and all of that stuff. No. I mean, I know what I've subscribed to, and that's why I subscribe to this life. And that's why I've created such nourishing, beautiful, abundantly rich relationships, because I've chosen to be authentically myself, fully, unapologetically. And yes, some people have moved away from me, and it's been heartbreaking. And I've had people at me, and there's been toxicity thrown at me, and and gossip and all of that stuff, because me stepping into my light and my power and my authenticity unapologetically has threatened the unloved parts of themselves that they're not ready to look at and face and give love. When we choose to really look at ourselves and give ourselves love and be the adult that we always needed when we were younger, be the parent that we always wanted, be the love, give ourselves the love that we always wanted, give ourselves everything that we always wanted. When we choose to do that for ourselves, that really rubs people, because it shows people, and maybe they're not even conscious of it, most of the time they're not, but it shows them how much they're turning their backs on themselves and how much they're not showing up for themselves. And you know what, if they want to and move out of your field, good riddance, see you later, I know where I'm going. If you want to come, we're not fucking about. But if you don't, that's also great. Go and fucking spin around in your own whirlwind of shit and misery. It's your life, it's not mine, right? And we get to look at it like that. And the more we make space and the more that we are who we actually came here to be, the more that we attract our soul tribe, the more that we create the life it is that we've always wanted, the more that we expand, right? And it's as simple as just being yourself and leaning into your creative ability and sharing what you're passionate about and sharing what sets your soul on fire, whatever that is. And I can show you how to do it. And you don't need any experience, any products, any confidence, any knowledge. You don't need anything, because I give you all of the training, darling. I give you everything that you need. It's simply up to you to claim it. And when you're ready to claim it, just go to the link in my bio or the link in the bio under here and explore the membership, explore the online business intro, because you go into a job every day just for the money where you're unhappy and you're working with people that you don't necessarily want to work with. This is the majority of your life. So think about that, in how that's not only affecting you and your health, but how that's affecting the health of your relationships with your friends, with your family, and most importantly, with your children. It's all a choice. You get to choose how to live. And if you're happy, great, I'm happy for you. But if you're not, the only person that can make a change is you. And you're so very powerful and capable enough to do it. It's simply a case of you doing it. I'm here to support you should you be ready, and of course should I be a teacher that speaks your language. And if you're not ready, cool, I really hope you become ready soon. And if I'm not a teacher that speaks your language, cool, please go and find someone that is, because there's people that really desire to support you, because together we rise, we're lifting each other up, okay? I love you so much, have the very best day, and I'll see you soon.